Hey, hi all. Welcome back to the channel again. Let's discuss about the structure of an Angular component first, and then how we can create a component in Angular, how we can consume it in order to show it on UI, and then how we can style it. And we will learn template, string interpolation, and we'll show one TypeScript class, a member to on the HTML page as well. So all aspect of it. So let's start. Before that, if you're new to Angular, I would recommend you to watch my previous two videos. The Angular introduction, and then creating our first Angular app. Let's start now, and let's try to create an Angular component. As you can see, we have one terminal open for building and running the application, and I have clicked on this plus icon to start a new terminal. So let me delete it. I can show you again. I'm clicking on this button. You can see new PowerShell window has been opened for us. So now here we can run the command to create a new component. So now first of all, we need to write ng create, ng generate maybe, ng generate. Then we have a component, then the component name over here. So you need to give a component name over here. So Angular thought that typing the component word involves some kind of typo thing over there. So what they introduced us, they introduced a short form of component that is nothing but C. So you can use C as well over here, ng generate C, then the component name. So now we'll just try to create a product list component. So I have wrote down or typed the component name, full component name over here, and I'm hitting the enter button right now. So as you can see, when I hit the enter button, it is going to create us components. In source app, right? So if you look at the source app, we have a product list component folder as well. So it has created a folder as same as its name is as same as the component name itself, so that we can able to identify what component this particular folder contains, right? So now if you look at the component, it comes with the specs file as well. So regarding specs, I told you these are nothing but tests file, and we are going to create a fully dedicated uh, series on testing frameworks. There are different kind of testing frameworks available for us to use, and we'll try to cover all of them, creating different playlists for each of them, for you guys, so that you can understand the testing as well, and you can start coding using test driven approach as well, right? So now for now we can ignore this file, and we'll just look into the ts file now. So as you can see, this is a product list component, and it comes with a TypeScript class, and then this is the component decorator, which has whatever configurations we have for this particular class. It contains all those configurations and metadata, right? And based on this component decorator only, and Angular understands the functions of this particular component, right? So what why we have added this component, and what is the need of this component, how to render this component, everything Angular knows. So it actually looks for this particular decorator only, so that it can understand which HTML file is linked, what is the selector, what are all imports, and what is the CSS file has been linked to this component. So let's try to add one um, property over here, maybe product uh, list. Let's say string is equal to, this is nothing but a text. So let's say product list, right? So we have created a variable which has a string type. So this is nothing but a type annotations. So if you are new to the type annotations, I would recommend you to go and watch my video on type annotation in TypeScript playlist. And we have given the value of string to it, right? So this is it. Let's see the HTML part of it. So you can see the HTML is here. So let's convert this to H1 instead of P. And as you can see, whenever you create a component using the command, it appends the component name and then space. This text actually works and exclamatory mark in each component whenever. And again, like I can show you again and again when we are in future we'll create more components. So the default text is nothing but product list works only with the p tag. So now we have changed it, right? So we have made it as a h1 tag. Now here let's add a ul, then li. uh, Maybe we can show the three items over there. So first is apple, then the second one is banana, third one is grapes, right? So we have these three fruit names over here. So let's add a class fruits, and then a class over here as well. This class name is nothing but a fruit class, right? So let's add this class for all of this. And now if we go to the css file, let's try and add a css for this unordered list. Let's say display flex, justify content, up space between. Okay, then we have flex direction as a column, and decoration we need to remove text decoration as none. Then the same will go with the with the fruit items. Let's say fruit display flex justify content center, right? With these many properties, let's now we have updated the css and html part of it, and we have created one property that is nothing but a product list, and that we can use as a string interpolation over here. So let's say the string interpolation syntax is this: two opening curly brackets and the model name, and two closing curly brackets over here, right? So now it is reading this property from ts file and it is showing its value on the html page. So how to render this, right? So we have done all the things whatever is required to render this html or the component on the ui. So now to render this, we need to include this particular component inside our app.ts, right? Why do we need to import this component in app.ts only? We can import this component in any other component, or we can render this component as it is, like using this selector, right? So you would have gotten multiple questions like this. So let me answer it actually. So app.ts file is nothing but the main component we have. If you look at the app config.ts, here as well we have we are taking the roots from it. And if you go to the main.ts file, you can see it is bootstrapping the application based on the app component itself, and it is using the app config. Okay, so that's the reason our root component is nothing but an app component. So now how we can import it? So let's copy the component name over here from here, and then we need to import it into app.ts from wherever it resides, right? So it resides into this folder. And now if you look at this, we need to import it inside the imports array of app.ts file. So as soon as I pasted it over there, it gives me an yellow warning that it says product list component is not used within the template of app, right? So as you can see, we have a template for this is nothing but app.html. So what we can do over here, we can go to app.html, and now let me remove this, the extra part, and some of the styles as well. Let's say I'll just keep some styles as it is, like for h1 and p tag. We'll just keep this host as it is, h1 as it is, p as it is, and main as it is, and let's remove whatever we have. Right, so we have removed whatever is unnecessary for us. Okay, so now okay, let me remove this comments as well from here. Right, so now what we need to do, we need to call that component inside the template of this app.html. So how do we call it? So to call that, we have a way to copy this, and by the way, we can give any name to this selector, right? So this is the default name, while we have created a component using the command. But if you want, you can update this name as per your wish. You can give any name to this. So I'm not giving it any other name, so I'm using as it is. So now we need to call it like an HTML tag only. So as you can see, we have called it, and now if you go to the browser, you can see the list over here. For some reason, we are not able to see the h1 over there. So let's see why. Okay, let's try to stop the application and give it a chance to rebuild itself again. Okay, so now as our application has been built, right? So you can see the product list over here, and now it is showing it, right? So let me keep this as it is. Let's see what happens. So now we do have those styles as well. So now as you can see, we have product list as a header coming from the TS file. So we have used string interpolation over here, right? And then we have a static product list over here, right? And we have called this component in the main part of the app.html file, right? So this is how it is, guys. I hope you have understood it. How we can style a particular component, how we can create a component, how we can integrate that component to in order to consume it, and how we can show that component on the UI, right? So we have covered each and every aspect of it, from adding a component till to show it on the UI. So I hope you like this video. If you like it, so you can hit the like button, and you can share this video with your friends, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you never miss any new updates coming from this series. Thanks all, guys. Let's meet in next video.